Well, this is Clear Vision Today with Dr. Param Fagoora, who's a board certified ophthalmologist. He's one of the leading eye surgeons here in the Fresno area. But he has a message to people for wherever they live. And today we're going to focus on protecting your eye. Protecting your eye. You only have two of them. And if you don't protect them, they're not there to serve you when you need them, which is every day. What are your suggestions, Dr. Fagoora?
Eyes are a very important organ in the body because if we don't see good, we are lost. It affects our personal life, it affects our family's life, affects the earning power, and it also affects the insurance companies. The government is spending trillions of dollars to take care of the people who had not protected their eyes and now are suffering in the form of eye treatment, eye surgeries, insurance expenses, and maybe disability affecting all these people to a good extent. So I think it's very important we take care of the eyes in a way that we can safeguard our patient. Not only that we need the vision, but we need the vision with both eyes because both eyes work in a way that we can see the depth perception or how far the objects are from our body. Now, eye protection from the sun, from eye injuries, and from chemical injuries and sports injuries. They all are important. Let's talk about the sun protection. Sun has UV light, so-called ultraviolet light. It penetrates our eyes and affects the tissues. Like if we don't protect our eyes from the ultraviolet light, we're likely to get early cataract formation, macular degeneration, which is disability that we cannot see to work, also plays a role in the dry eye formation. Now, the good news is that we can have the UV filter in our sunglasses, or we can use the UV filter in our prescription glasses. So make sure if you're using eyeglasses, you ask your doctor for UV protection filter. And if you're going outside in the sun, you should have sunglasses. If you do not have the sunglasses or don't use the prescription glasses, it'll be a good idea to use a good oversized hat so that the sun rays do not affect your face. Because sunlight also affects the skin and can cause skin cancer. Now let's talk about the sports injuries. All the sports injury where the racket of the ball can hit you, which means you are close or you are in close proximity to your teammate, you need to have a protective eyeglasses. And those protective eyeglasses should be shatterproof so that if the ball or the racket hits the hits the glasses, the pieces of glass do not shatter and it penetrates your eyes. If you're using power tools of any kind, you should have protective glasses. People who are using welding, they should use the filter to protect the eyes because welding light can cause inflammation on the outer surface of the eye and you cannot see and the light affects your eyes. Now, let's talk about chemicals. People who use chemicals as at work or at home, the eye protection glasses so the chemical do not spray and get into the eye. More so, the alkalis are very bad because they penetrate the eye very fast, eye tissues very fast and cause corneal injury. Now, if you happen to know the chemical, it's a good idea to wash your eyeball with a running tap water, like 1 slowly so that the chemicals are leached out and that'll be helpful protection. It's also a good idea that if you are working where the flying objects, or other material can lodge in the eye, it's good to have protective eyeglasses. Also, sometimes the children playing with the toys injure their eyes. It's a good idea that we use the toys that are allowed for the age group and tested by the American Institute of Inspection and Materials. We don't want these injuries in children because they have to live a long life, and eye vision is very important for learning and livelihood. I hope these points will help you to protect your eyes. And along with, we talked about that good nutrition also plays a good role to keep your eyes healthy, like vitamin A, C, and E. I hope these points will help you to keep your eyes healthy and you have good life.
Excellent points, very helpful. And I think things that people take for granted until such a time as they can't take them for granted anymore. So thank you so much. I wanted to tell a little story because while you were talking, I thought about Dr. E.O. Wilson. Dr. E.O. Wilson was the world's most foremost, until he died last year, expert on ants. He studied ants. He loved to stare at insects. But when he was about 12 years old, he was blind in one eye. So we're thankful that he kept that one eye. He went fishing and he got a hook caught in his eye. But he was so intense and he didn't want to stop fishing, he said. So he got a very bad infection and lost the vision in that eye. But if he had lost the vision in both eyes, there would be a lot the world would have been deprived of. So thank you for that reminder. We must take care of our eyes. Excellent.
Yeah, Tom, I want to tell you my personal story too, since you mentioned that. I was doing my lawn mowing with a rotor mower. A hard rock came out and hit so forcefully, hit my glasses. I
Wow.
tell you, if they didn't have my glasses, I'll be blind in one eye.
Wow.
People who tie those bungee cords, they spring back, and I have two patients that lost their eye.
Yeah. And you know, and I don't know if I'll edit this out or not, but there is a trend right now on YouTube not to have the protective guard on the back of the lawnmower. And there's been a lot of discussion about how dangerous that is, because I remember the time before that, and I was always careful about little tiny rocks because I knew that they could fly out and hit you. So let's take care of our eyes. God gave us two, and that's it.
Yep, that's right.
All right, let's